own waste management, even though he wasn't the founder. To the victors go the history books. Why don't we hear more incredible stories like Wayne Huizinga's? Because we've been lied to about who gets rich and how for decades. Today, we take off the blindfold. This is a book about seeing opportunities for financial freedom all around you, in the overlooked and unassuming businesses that we all take for granted. As someone who specializes in making good, profitable deals, I can promise you that success doesn't require flashy startups or cutting-edge new products. In fact, that's where you lose money. Instead, you'll see why finding a Main Street business with steady cash flow, acquiring it, and using the profits to live life on your terms is the smart, extremely underrated way to build extraordinary wealth. I will take your hand and show you how. But first, let's define the lie before we can reveal the truth. The 9-to-5 trap, escaping the system that keeps you poor. Have you ever felt like you'll never make enough money? Like you've been dealt a lifelong sentence of financial stress, worry, and anxiety? That no matter how hard you work, you'll never be able to relax and feel financially free? If so, you are not alone. Billions of workers are hustling all over the world, trying to keep up with inflation, barely scraping by, and losing hope in the promise of retirement. But here's the thing. It's not their fault. All of us were programmed to be poor. Here's how we were taught to make money in America. First, sit still and listen to authority figures for 8 hours a day until we're 18 years old. Then go to college and take on $30,000 plus in unforgivable debt in exchange for a degree. Without that piece of paper, we're told we will never succeed. We're not allowed to gain real-world skills through unpaid internships, the ones where you actually do useful work instead of just theorizing, unless they're officially tied to an educational program, because otherwise they're considered illegal. Then it's graduation day. We're finally allowed to join the working world. Soon after, we discover that most jobs do not, in fact, require a college degree. Nevertheless, we all compete for jobs that barely cover our bills, much less our debts. Our top performers pursue the two highest paying yet least creative jobs, consulting and Wall Street. Or they play the lottery by joining a startup, one that requires sleeping on floors and racking up debt from venture capitalists. The concept of quote-unquote golden handcuffs becomes very real. Most of us suspect this game is rigged. We can't afford houses, we hate our jobs, and our loans keep stacking up. Yet we can't stop playing. We have bills to pay with very real consequences if we don't. So we stick to what we know. Keep my job, ask for a raise once a year, and look for another job that pays a bit more. When we stop wanting to play, the old guard gets mad at us for not working hard enough and quietly quitting. No wonder so many do not trust the system. As the proverb goes, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Also a Taylor Swift lyric, but I digress. Fortunately, people are starting to wake up. They've decided to play a better game, one where they actually have a shot at freedom. Millions are leaving their jobs, risky, and becoming freelancers, literally half of all workers in Gen Z. Why? Because we want autonomy, upside, and work that aligns with our values. There's just one problem. Freelancing is just like being an employee, and then it's nearly impossible to build real wealth. A mistake smart people make is trying to get rich as a freelancer. I have bad news. This probably won't work. Why is this? Because of a simple rule that wealthy people follow, one that separates them from everyone else who struggles with money. I had to work for more than a decade in big finance to learn it. You will learn it in a few hours with this book. It will turn on what is called your reticular activating system, a bundle of nerves at our brainstem that filters out unnecessary information so the important stuff gets through. Once you see the truth of ownership, you cannot unsee it. Here is your first and most important lesson. Your salary will never set you free. Your financial freedom can only come through ownership. More specifically, through equity done the right way. This is not what most of us were taught. Every day in school, all the way up to your first job, you've been trained like Pavlov's dog to follow the path of non-ownership. You've been zapped and given treats to believe that a good job is the real key to financial stability. Lies. No matter how hard you work, you will forever be a Cocker Spaniel begging for biscuits. That's because you're trading.